Oh yeah. Well, since you are here, I assume your battle with Spectrum is still ongoing at the moment. Which I know last week was sort of Thanksgiving and a lot of other things happened, so I assume you didn't really get the time to really figure that out. Hope I do hope you were able to make some progress, but if you weren't, then I can't say I'm too surprised because Spectrum and all. Because the only time I really had something like that happen was like 5-ish years ago at this point, I think. It was with Spectrum, but it's because like when I was streaming back on my whole PlayStation SharePlay thing, Kenny pretty much noticed that like the bit rate was just like it was like it was pretty much terrible, which isn't something I had to worry about back then, but for some reason I was just confused at what was causing it because I was pretty much streaming fine up until that point. And then Kenny suggested it's probably my ISP, which I was just too lazy to get to initially, but at one point some people from Spectrum actually did come over just because they noticed it was an issue for a lot of people in general with Spectrum. So I was lucky that was able to fix the problem. And with Phil's case, I think you remember the story. It's it, like, I mean, at least with Verizon, it was just more of an issue where when it was good, it was really good, but when it was shit, it was
This is
really
the
shit.
place.
Don't want you here.
Nothing can hide from us, Enkidu. Ah, too great a risk, my friend. Forgive me.
That's odd. What was that? Hey, hey!
Hmm. Rev that guy? Yep. Well, yeah, hope your week's going well though. And I hope you had a good time at that wedding you were at over the weekend.
That's odd.
Help! That
What?
man is a killer! Stop him!
No, 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 no.
Alright. I'll just hide him in here. I'll do something about my wand a little later. Right now I'm just doing some side stuff at the moment.
The chief left in a hurry.
As if I should not have revealed myself.
Oh, I did not see him there. Oops.
That is why he went.
Okay. I don't have to, but... I know I could definitely get through this undetected. But yeah, I was planning to do Street Fighter 6 rank tonight, but I guess at some point after I got home and chilled,
Hold on.
I was just too tired, and well, I was a little tired, and I just wasn't really in the, I guess I just wasn't in the mood for a rank tonight. Even though theoretically I could. Theoretically. But, like I said, I'll probably do that on Friday. Because at least a day before the tournament, my tournament on Saturday.
Stop, wait, what?
So, that will probably be how I go about it. Probably. Wedding was fun, except for all the things that popped up last minute. Oof. Hope it wasn't too bad to deal with, though, otherwise. But I do hate it when things pop up at the last minute, too. In general. Good to hear you had a good time, though.
So strange. I'll bump into you again.
Oh shoot, there's someone there. Not really.
What? Outside it!
Come on. I probably could have played that better, but... Oh well. I don't need the bonus objective, but I am greedy.
Hey, what's going on?
Anyways, I assume your fight with Spectrum is still continuing at the moment. Cause it's still crazy to me that other people, like your neighbors, aren't having troubles with Spectrum, even though it's pretty much just you at the moment. And that was my chance. Anyways, did I start the game today? I started on... Saturday? Or, no, Friday of last week. Yeah, after I finished Fire Emblem on Wednesday, I started on Assassin's Creed Mirage on Friday, and I've just been doing like decently short sessions, or decently sized streams time to time. I'm not trying to go too crazy on this, just because the game itself isn't too long. Even with the side stuff, it's going probably like 20, 30-ish hours. But if I did just the main story, it would pretty much be like 10 to 15-ish hours. But that's why I'm doing these side things along the way as well.
The chief left an island. I could almost smell the fear on him. Maybe that is why he wears so much of his wares. Huh?
Show me everything.
Cool. This is the one that was giving me trouble.
Maybe that is why he wears so much of his wares. Huh?
I
What?
should not.
How do they see me? Okay. Well, I guess he might have came from the other side. Maybe. Oh yeah, I'm also playing on hard mode, so stealth is an option, and probably the easier option between the two. But it's easier for enemies to detect you sometimes, so maybe that's why.
Hey, what's that? Huh? The chief left an island. I could almost smell the fear on him. Maybe that is why he wears so much of his wares.
Let us get a wider view.
Anyways, now I can actually use this. This is essentially like my drone in this game. Just so I can mark enemies and all that. Make it easier for myself to know where I'm going and such. And who's in front of where. Which, I don't have to use this, but I do like planning out my stuff, personally.
Maybe that is why he wears so much of his wares.
Hmm.
I need your eyes, my friend.
But yeah, you can see these guards are a bit more cautious about me compared to cautious thinking, knowing there's someone around. Which personally I do like as a challenge. Because otherwise I would be waiting around waiting for my opportunity to strike and all that. Personally.
You there, halt!
Oh no! You just killed Help!
Awful timing.
Don't worry, they don't know I'm here. It's fine. I didn't see that civilian there though, so. Hmm. Hmm.
Survey the area, Enkidu.
No one up here that I'm aware of.
Not the warmest of receptions.
Oh, this again. Well, I can take these two down again.
What? Something going on.
Come on.
Hold up!
Now Enkidu has a clear path.
Okay, and that's the guy with the key, I believe.
Hey! I'll feed you your spleen!
Come
What's
to me.
happening? To obey, Jester! Hey, what's going on? Nothing here.
Now, one thing I should do for myself, though, is out the marksman. Okay, get in here, and I should be able to get through this. Hopefully.
What?
Opening this chest.
Say, I've seen that face before.
No, you have not.
That's odd. Hold on. What the?
Okay, that should do for all the guards here now.
Keep at it. This does not look good for the perfume trader, but I need more proof. Now I have all the proof I need to connect the perfume trader to the bandit. I should go before they catch my scent.
Okay.
A fine finish.
Now let's hopefully find a wanted poster for myself, and take that down. Actually, I could probably turn in the quest first.
وجمال البنات. يجب أن أسأل
Here you go. Wait.
Your suspicions were on the nose. The ledger and marked
I
coins
didn't mean to
connect the
attack
perfume
anyone,
trader
but
to the
I had to
bandits.
do something.
Good work. And I appreciate you getting the job done in a timelier fashion on this occasion.
Of course. Anyways, I need to look for wanted posters for myself.
Hey, back! Off with you!
Oh, points. Oh yeah, Z, don't think we ever got to talk about, but I assume you're not buying any of the third costumes coming to Street Fighter 6 tomorrow?
Not welcome here. Go.
Since the game is going to be on maintenance tomorrow and such, for the costumes, and I did mention it before, I'm really only buying Jamie and Manone's. Ken's I really couldn't care less about. At least unless they bring back his Street Fighter 5 costume at some point. I can live without a new costume for the time being for Ken. Since I like his default that much more. In comparison.
I need help here!
Anyways, just need some posters to take down. And I'll be good. Just need some posters to take down before I continue on. I need a poster to tear down. Oh, here's one.
The things that pass for art these days.
One more. But anyways, yeah. Like I was saying earlier with Street Fighter 6. I was planning to do a rank session tonight, but for some reason I just wasn't feeling it, so I ended up not doing it. But it's fine, cause I can still practice that another day. Which will probably be Friday. Probably. Also, like, if I did start Street Fighter 6 earlier, who knows how long I would have been up tonight playing. So, and I haven't been getting as much sleep lately too, which that's on me, but well, I've also been staying up late just because of Street Fighter 6. Not like grinding a rank or anything, just legit going into the lab and trying out stuff. Which, even so.
Got that one on the thigh from Talar's backswing.
Oops.
Get away from me, you! Hey! God! He's over here! Get him!
One more poster.
Don't want you here. Hey, please.
Oh. I promise I didn't mean to startle anyone. I was just looking around, I swear. Oh hey, here's a poster.
I need to get rid of these.
Anyways, let's go try to get that treasure again.
جديدة للتدريب.
Show me the path ahead.
أحب الذهاب معك لكني سأضطر إلى لقائك لاحقا عند قبر القاضي عياض. يا له من مكان مريح. رأيت بنفسي الفوضى التي لابد أن يواجهها محمد الأصغر.
Excuse me.
Grant me strength!
That's right.
لو أنه لا تنتظرني أمور أهم.
Lend me your eyes.
Okay. Please give up. So I can pickpocket in peace.
Cast your gaze, Enkidu.
إذا سألتني فإن أفضل تطريز حجازي في ورشة صغيرة وجدت قاسيا بعض الشيء، لكن لا يمكن منافسة أسعاره وجودته.
لا أعرف يقينا كيف سأعود.
We'll be back.
Yeah.
You there! Stop!
علي أن أجبر الضغط إلى النص.
سأنضم إلى الحرس
ما عليه مصنوع.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Thank you.
يشير إليه في كتاب
Anyways, I need to get some stuff for my inventory. So let me go mainly for my knives. So let's refill that up real quick. Anyway, probably not getting the skins unless you're a key player. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Peace, friend.
Well met, sir.
But aside from all that, I'm really just waiting for Ed to come to Street Fighter 6 since...
What have you got today?
Here's what's coming.
Man, we're pretty much in winter essentially, but we're probably
Not
not going to
wise
get
to
them
be short
till
of these. Very
after
good.
the new year.
Will that be all?
Probably.
I will be off then.
Farewell.
Anyways. I think we spent a decent amount of time. Oh, less than an hour. I guess I could try for one more side thing then. Actually, let's try climbing some towers if anything. Which is something I'm going to need to do anyways. But Geef does have a really nice costume. In contrast to how he is. Which is a nice thing. Oh yeah, and you're still keeping up with Rurouni Kenshin, right? I haven't started on it yet, and I actually learned recently. I think the English dub for it actually only started airing very recently, so even if I were to start on it now, I probably would be behind for a good bit. So I'm probably gonna wait. I'm probably gonna wait a lot longer than I thought I would, but that's fine by me personally. Since I did start on Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2 recently. And the anime itself is actually Season 2 is actually almost done airing as well. So I didn't mind starting on the dub for the time being. I am taking my time with it, so I don't rush it. I am looking forward to starting on Rurouni Kenshin though.
What?
ربما جاز ذلك لكننا نعامله كما ينبغي لقد أعددت للتو
But I'm gonna wait for it to be further along.
هل قرأت أحدث تعديلات
I assume it's been a good time though.
Turks are the heart of the army, but the Khalifa has the people. But his
Okay, here's my other hideout that I can fast travel to now.
وفقا لتسجيل القياس.
Hmm.
أحمق ابتعد عني
أتعرف تلك المشكلة عن أقل
Oh well, we found another hideout. It is all I really needed. For the time being. Let me get to that viewpoint, if anything. Okay. I'll probably get to some main story after this, since the other side stuff is a little out of my way to go to as much as I want to. Hey, oh, Holishai, welcome to the stream and thank you for the raid. Let me give you a shout out right now. Hope the rest of your DNF duel stream went well, by the way. Which, man, I do miss that game sometimes. But it's hard to make time for that when Street Fighter is a thing and other things are a thing. Hope you had a nice DNF duel session, though. The game that, maybe I'll come back to at some point. Depending on how Nun Master is. Even though I probably will still use Striker. DNF Duel is alive, trust. Man, if DNF Duel is alive, that would be the... or let me think of a better way to phrase it. If it had the same amount of love as other games do from their devs and everyone else, that would be the greatest thing in the world. But, hey, the game is at least still around, though. I can't take that away from it. Wait, where's this? Okay, should be able to get there. But like I said, I did buy the DLC for it. Well, I bought the season pass for it, so... So, I can always go back to it whenever. It just really doesn't matter if I'm in the mood to do so and such. But that'll vary. Otherwise, I don't really have too many plans to really play it immediately. But if the time is right, such. Oh man, sorry. If you knew what else I spent my money on, that is fairly expensive. You'll see why. $20 is barely anything for me. I ain't even rich. I just usually manage my money fairly well.
I am not ready.
Until it ends up really not mattering much because I manage it poorly. Hey, I bought the Ultimate Edition of Street Fighter 6, so I have the season DLC for that as well. Okay, where's the tower though?
Go, Enkidu.
Yeah, I hope your stream went well though, Holishai. We're just doing some side stuff at the moment before we actually proceed with the main story of this game. Oh, it's right there. How did I not see it? No, I hope it's not $12 fatalities. Bro, $12 fatalities, I would 100% not. If I had to spend money on the gameplay cosmetic, I'm good. Costumes I'm more willing to do, but cosmetic gameplay things? Hey man, welcome to the stream. Hope your Street Fighter 6 session is going well with World Tour. Which I did see you met Chun-Li at this point, right? I believe. Hope that's going well. The stream went well? Good to hear.
This pain is unbearable.
Which, man, I guess it's just a shame, though. Considering, at least with DNF Duel's case, it actually does a fair, considerable amount of stuff right, in my opinion. Like, all of it's not perfect, but all of it is not perfect, and there are some things it could do better. But man, for me, like, after I got into Guilty Gear's Drive,
بأن تعترض التفاصيل
Pain is unbearable.
that was when pretty much, whoa. Without Guilty Gear's Drive, I probably wouldn't have cared much about anime fighters initially. And then, with being a duel's case, it just came at a perfect time for me, personally. Which is what, after I got into Strive. Which is why, like, normally, like, if I wasn't into Strive then, I probably would have skipped the enough duel at launch. But because that wasn't the case, I actually did give DNF Duel a shot because of it. And then truth be told, I can't believe what I was saying initially, but I was enjoying DNF Duel way more than Guilty Gear Strive when I played it. Played the first beta. Like, if I had to choose between DNF and Strive, I would 100% play DNF Duel any day of the week. Over Guilty Gear. It's a shame it didn't get that much, the same amount of love, sadly. For the potential it had. But I guess you can't win them all, unfortunately. Good to hear you had a good stream, though. Hollow Shy? At the very least, I'm still glad some stuff happens for DNF time to time. Like, even if it's not to the same level as other games and all that. I'm just glad to see that people are still supporting the game for whatever events are happening. Okay, I say I'll just continue the main story now. So, let's see that. And speaking of that, I was actually planning to stream Street Fighter 6 tonight. But I ended up not doing so. Just cause of working all today. Nothing like bad happened, I was just tired, and I guess I just wasn't in the mood to grind a rank in Street Fighter 6. But I'll probably do that Friday, because like I said, I do want to at least do one stream before my tournament on Saturday. Which at the end of the day, I don't really care about how I place as much. I just want to get the experience in again. Oh, you're all the way over there. Okay. Guess I might as well get some viewpoints along the way. And by the way, apologize. Don't you also have to keep Power for the Grid, Battle for the Grid alive too with Power Rangers? Which we did talk about in your stream. I've never, well, I actually do have the game, and I did try it out a bit. I just ended up not really getting into it. Back then, anyways. I really got interested in it after that. Whoa. After that esports like channel made a video about it. Which it was when I was interested in trying just because Power Rangers, and it looked really cool. But I guess it was just too much for me to manage initially, which I wouldn't be against trying it again. If the opportunity comes. But I did remember you also mentioned the game is sort of done for the time being. And man, in your case, you have like 4 fighting games to manage at the moment. 5 come Tekken. And then I assume you're playing Project L as well. Oh, Grand Blue Fantasy versus Rising, so that's gonna be a lot for you to manage to say the least. Maybe here? Okay, where can I climb from this structure? Okay, from here. Right. Mm-hmm. Don't mind me, I'm looking at something real quick. Okay. Now we continue. Wait, restricted area? I did not sign up for this. Can I get out? I don't mean to go back into the pool like that. Or water. Try again. Mhm. Okay. Cool. Okay, now we can continue to the main story. So, we assassinated some bad guy last time we streamed. And now we're trying to look for someone who was a friend to us a few months ago. But, as you remember from the beginning of the game, we infiltrated the palace when we weren't supposed to try to steal something. And during that time, the king almost killed us. But then the friend we're trying to visit now killed him. And then once we got out and stayed at home and hid for a bit, we went back to our hideout, and everyone else is pretty much dead. And Basim, the main character, blamed our friend for killing the king, even though the friend saved Basim's life. Hey, yo, Phil, welcome to the stream. The Kings, ones who lost to the Clippers tonight. Nice. What's up, Phil? Welcome to the stream. Hope your week's been well. So I was planning to do Street Fighter 6 tonight, but I just wasn't feeling it tonight for some reason, and decided to just chill Assassin's Creed instead. Probably will stream Street Fighter 6 on Friday though, if anything. To at least get one ranked session on stream before the tournament on Saturday. But I'll see how I feel.
I know you don't get angry often, but you'll have to do something. Honor is at stake.
Sounds like you're having a good night though, with the Clippers winning. Wonder if that's her.
Basim?
Oh, you're still
It's
alive.
really you?
Nihal.
Wow, she
Say
forgave
nothing,
us.
ya Sadiq. I am as sorry as you.
Oh, that's a surprise.
I have so much to tell you.
And I you. We will grant each other an audience. But first, I must know something.
Wait, how did you climb
Why are you
Because I
dressed like a
swear that's all I
peasant?
see. Did any gameplay see in Assassin's Creed?
Perhaps I have less to tell you than I thought.
Are there
I
ladders
think I can
or you're
surmise what our
climbing
time apart has
buildings?
been like for you.
Which that is Assassin's
And
Creed
you?
after all.
You have not been living here, I hope.
Less living, more working.
On what? Why do I know this?
Because
Let's
you
start
have
the game
seen it.
though.
on the object we found at the Winter Palace. I have been trying to remember the specifics of its design.
You have spent all this time obsessing over this symbol? Why?
Because I too have seen it before. I know not where or when,
But it is part of the game, though.
only that I have. Whatever it is, it calls to me. I intend to unravel its mystery, and so should you. But of course, duty calls.
Stop. I will bear it in mind if it means you will spend more time outside these musty walls than you do within.
You really do spare a thought for everyone, don't you, Basim?
أراك لاحقا. The Order of the Ancients are far from defeated. Master Roshan is certain to have a plan brewing to uproot them. And perhaps I should look into Nihal's obsession. It seems Nihal is trying to discover the location of a secret chamber.
But anyways, this is Assassin's Creed. This is Assassin's Creed with what I'm currently doing at the moment. Anyways, Oh, actually I'm supposed to meet with Roshan. Which I could do that. Yeah, I can do that. I had a bad catch on sleep. That TNT made you leave. Sounds good, Phil. Sounds good. I don't think I'm gonna be shooting for too long myself, but I just wanted to at least get a decent stream session in before all that. But guys, just stop by when you can, Phil. Hope you have a good night. I'll see you next time. So then, have a good one. Hey.
Alhamdulillah.
So what's up?
Alhamdulillah.
I am glad you are safe.
Alhamdulillah. A first of many achievements to come, Basim.
We should only hope. There's still much work to do. While our focus was on Al-Ghul, Fulav quietly scouted the city for where we could erect more bureaus.
I have found dwellings in 3 districts that are most unassuming. Tebid and Rebecca have arrived from Alamut and set off to Al Abbasiyah and Karh. I will make my way to Sharqiyya shortly.
And I will join Rebecca in Karh, where corruption is as common as the arid air. See Abu Ja'far about some things he's been working on. Then come find us.
Okay.
Have a look, Basim. I may have something that is of interest to you.
Oh, a new tool. Cool. A trap? I would like this.
This should serve me well. My thanks, Ahmad.
It's Abu
Sleeping thirds are fine.
Oh, you jest.
Every now and again. Araka lahikan, Abu Ja'far. Keep well.
And you, Basim.
Contracts? Okay. a new thing, new investigation. Hmm. Might as well pick up the ladder. Or is that the ladder? Hmm. I guess I can't really do that at the moment. Hmm. I am confused. This?
A request for help from Murjana, the daughter of Ali Baba, a trader rich beyond measure. What could the daughter of a famed merchant want? It says to meet her outside the gates of Baghdad.
Okay then. Well, time to go. Thank God for fast travel. Hmm. I might as well get this along the way too, cause why not? Oh yeah, Hollow Shot, if you're still here, sorry, just something I have been wondering for a bit, but do you compete in any tournaments by any chance? I feel like I might have heard you took part in like maybe some like exhibition of some sorts. Which I'm not saying, I'm just genuinely curious about it, is all. Okay, gotcha. Grid and DNF? Gotcha. I guess because the fact that both games have rollback, you can pretty much were able to do them online and all that. Versus having to go offline for anything. Which I do like the convenience of it for sure. Not sure how often Battle for the Grid events happen nowadays though, since the whole circuit thing they have is pretty much done, right? And I know DNF. I think there's like one Poo something that still hosts DNF stuff, but it's not as often nowadays, I assume. I said that you went on stream before, which is totally the most important part. True. Excision Good got 6% win rate up. Hey, you went over half of them, which that's still nice to know. That's still nice.
كف عن ذلك. Keep
Welcome back, Madeline. I did see you mentioning your stream. You're probably just gonna chill for the rest of the night, which, hey, nothing wrong with chilling, because Street Fighter 6 will be there. As nice, as motivating as it is, to want to learn the game ASAP, you do also want to take your time with it, so you're not burning yourself out too quickly, or getting to the point where you feel like you're forcing yourself to play. But yeah, winning on stream is also nice as well. Yeah, but just to give you an idea of what I've done, most of my time doing esports essentially is pretty much from playing Smash. But I did meet a lot of people throughout it, like Nalen here, and many others in general. Z-Fly from earlier, if he's still around, and many others in general. Overall grinding more time I've been meaning to work out. You need to work out, let you. That's understandable there. Being someone that well, I have worked out a couple times. Well, there were times I wanted to play Street Fighter 6 after grinding rank, but I ended up not doing so just because of the fact that I was a little tired from the gym and all. Colors weave and inspire flames. Is that a character someone from? Is that something a line from one of the Power Ranger characters? Cause I actually don't know who says that. If that's the case. Can't wait to rank yourself? For sure, for sure. Sweaty, but it's a nice place to learn. In my opinion. It's first thing it's nice ultimate. Oh yeah, how could I forget that? Well, actually I could, because I haven't touched Smash in forever. I do actually like that song, I won't lie. Not something I would like listen to every single time I boot up the game, but I like this. I liked it for the fact that it was an actual vocal song. I know the English voice actress as well. Who sung it too? Jigglypuff. Yeah, Smash is more or less a thing in the past for me at this point. Which I'll still watch people I know play it. But in regards to me getting into it, I'm pretty much done. Yeah, Espion? Oh, oh. Oh, okay. My bad. Now I see it. I just assumed it was Jigglypuff because the singing part. But gotcha. But guys, thanks for stopping by while you can, Hollow Shy. Thank you again for the raid earlier. And it was good chilling with you as well. Having you chilling here as well. Hope you have a good night, and I'll see you next time whenever that is. But till then, have a good one, Hollow Shy. I'm not sure how long I'm going to be streaming for myself, but I did want to play a bit, at least. Which we are playing for sure. Here we go. Oh yeah, and then tomorrow, I did consider streaming Street Fighter 6 tomorrow, but then I remembered there's actually gonna be Street Fighter 6 is actually gonna be on maintenance tomorrow, so I won't be able to. Well, if I were to play Street Fighter 6 tomorrow, it would not be ranked for sure.
Hey, what's all this then?
It's all good though. Because like I said, I'll probably do that Friday instead and use tomorrow to chill after going to the gym and all. Meanwhile, let's just head to the next story objective.
ابتعد عني.
Do you take me for a dog's ass? These apples were selling at half that price yesterday.
Yesterday's yesterday, no? Do you?
There needs to be balance
There she
in the
is.
market. Any respectable merchant knows that. If my father sees this.
Murjana, daughter of Ali Baba?
Who asks?
Call me Basim. We received your letter back at the bureau.
Ah, the hidden ones, yes. Well, if I waited any longer, camels would have sprouted wings on their humps. We can skip the prattle. Come, time is running and so shall we.
Wait, where are we going?
To find my father.
Huh?
Lead
Sure.
the way.
I prepared the horses.
Confused, but I'll go along with it.
How did you find us?
One hears many things in Baghdad, especially when your father knows every trader in the city.
Ali Baba. In your letter, you mentioned he was in danger.
Without a doubt. Have you heard of the 40 thieves?
The notorious bandits, led by the king of thieves. Legend says he wields a flaming sword. The boys I grew up with would not stop talking about him. I thought it a legend, a tale told to children.
My father has been involved with them. For thieves, they are surprisingly skilled at trading.
Your father was meeting them on their territory.
A terrible idea. I have told him 1,000 times not to deal with the likes of thieves. But my words are the wind. Now look where we are. Me working with hidden ones to make sure he is safe.
You must love your father if you hired a hidden one to play guard.
We travel together. And I am the protector of his caravans. I have responsibility for his well-being. And a daughter worries.
See.
These thieves are not to be taken lightly.
How's the game going?
You are my reserve
We're
should I
finally
need
continuing
aid.
the main
The
story.
plan is simple.
After doing a
We
bit of
keep
side
watch
stuff,
from afar, and
but
should
it's been
anything
chill
happen,
so far.
follow my lead.
And welcome back, Z. Flaming sword, shade debris. Okay. Probably not gonna be playing too much today like before, but it's all good because, like I said, this is a game I don't have to feel like I need to rush through to get through to the end ASAP, considering how short it is. But it's been fun to play so far.
Oh no! Baha! My father! father's horse. La'anakum Allah! I'm going to tear their limbs for rats!
Wait, Morgiana. We do not know
Oh
what
boy.
transpired yet.
You find this on
Over
everything I
here,
passed
Basim.
on. I haven't the remaining secrets of the 42s, but not all. All I gathered, I have recorded in my diary, secure in my study. It's not that I gathered to defeat this plague of disease, and may Allah bless you. Damn.
Basim, keep up! I do not see my father. There. We need to get down there now.
What see you, my friend?
There. We need to get down there now.
What happened to watching from afar?
The time for watching. The time for watching is over. My father's life is at stake. I'm going.
No, wait. I will take them, quietly. We are on their grounds now. It pays to practice caution.
Fine. Show me how you do it. But hurry.
What do you see?
Does he not know to never deal with thieves? Huh?
What in the name of...
We will hand out punishment if called
Hey!
for.
Man, if only these guys knew how to look up.
Come on!
I'm with you. No!
If only.
Ah! I'm going to squash you, spider!
Find him! Go!
If only they knew how to look up.
On it!
There's no hiding from me!
That's right, dog! You're
I
going
will
to see.
find you!
What? Going to rip your guts out! Wait, what?
Yo, checkmate. Another raid. Welcome to the stream, though, and thank you for the raid as well. Hope well, I did see you finish that route you were on for Armor Core 6. And you were playing some Lethal. Wait, I saw you were streaming Lethal Company as well. And yep, I am assassinating. How's it going though, Jack? Hope you had a good rest of your stream. But I think you were playing Lethal Company at the end. I believe. Which...
Hey, what? Hold on!
I actually don't know much about that game myself, personally. Oh, you forgot to change games? Rep.
Is this
What?
Ali Baba? He lies so still.
All good though, check. All good. Which, what is Lethal Company?
Hey!
I've heard the name so much. I've been seeing streamers picking up on it. But I actually don't know what kind of game that is. I'm hearing it's supposed to be something like Among Us to a degree. or something similar to it, which I'm gonna assume you're all having fun, but it doesn't really get my interest personally with what I've seen so far. Yeah, rip the dad. For her case.
No fuss.
If that is the dad.
Morjana.
Yes, I'm here. No!
أدعو الله أن يدخله الجنة.
Thank you.
Trying to scare her and stuff and try not to die, but the way you get jump scared is super funny. Okay.
I do not believe that this is the last of the thieves. There must be more.
So it's,
We must go.
Yes.
So like, it's a survival style type kind of game, basically.
My
I
father
can
is
imagine
buried
how that's fun
every
with other
moment the way
people,
it
but
should be.
probably
Meet me
not
at my
my
home
kind of
near the
game,
bazaar.
personally.
I'll make payment for your services there.
Survival roguelike, gotcha. Yeah, it probably doesn't sound like my cup of tea, but I can see the enjoyable, how enjoyable it is. Love people, you know, and such. Well, at least we did that. We took care of that. That does sound fun, though. Probably something I wouldn't get or get into, but it does sound fun. So we took care of this. Oh yeah, I don't think I asked this, but was that still your first playthrough of Armored Core 6 that you finished today by any chance, or? I'm assuming it was, but do you have any plans to do New Game Plus? Because, in my opinion, it is worth doing it for a game like Armored Core 6.
This estate could hold 100 horses and camels. I
Just so
never
you can
knew
see the
dealing
different
with
perspectives
thieves
of
could be
some
so
stories and
lucrative.
all. Which is pretty interesting in my opinion. But it's like, you don't have to do like ports and stuff to do it ASAP. But yeah.
اللهم اغفر له وارحمه واعف عنه.
You are a good daughter.
I was not the child he expected. I wanted to see the world, heed the call of the chase. Steel meeting steel, hearts into battle. For him, someone who enjoyed the simple, diplomatic life would be a better fit. Despite that, he loved me all the same. The only time we disagreed was due to his dealings with the 40 Thieves.
It can be difficult to resist the lure of coin, especially when you are accustomed to a certain way of life.
I thought that as well. But that was not the only reason. Look. I found drawings and notes among his belongings. They speak of a wondrous cave full of coin and jewels. He wrote about fulfilling my desire to see the world. Somehow, the 40 Thieves were the key to this cave. There is still so much I did not know about my father. I could have helped him or figured out a plan.
Sometimes we keep secrets, especially from the ones we love most.
Happens.
The mark of the thieves. They still live.
This means you have been targeted. Now they know where you are, and more will come until you lie still.
Is taking my father's life not enough?
We shook them
Time
up.
to deal with them.
If we mark the other houses, I can intercept the thieves before more lives are lost.
I cannot let them touch my father's body.
I will go.
Okay then.
Would not want to endanger innocents. Marking a few empty houses will throw them off. One here.
Hopefully here as well.
Two. One more mark. I should hurry. The thieves could appear at any moment. Last one. This should confuse them. Now to wait somewhere above.
Okay. Now we wait.
The thieves should be here soon.
Where will they strike? Okay, I see them. Yeah, sure, a lot of them. A lot of them for just one person.
That person looks suspicious. I should investigate. What do you see, Enkidu?
Was it this one? Or that? They all look the same. Spread out. Find the right car, quickly.
I've got your back. Wait. The concealed outlaw scum there.
Take out this guy as well.
Hold on.
Guide me.
Sorry about that. Huh.
I need your help, my friend.
Hmm.
You there.
Shit.
Hold.
Okay. Simple enough. Get them in here. Hmm.
I hope Murjana is safe.
Let's hope. Let us hope.
This does not have to be difficult. Drop your sword. Turn and face me.
No escape! You coward! Just die!
Ouch.
Or cut it wide
That's not the moment too soon. Thank you. They danced well and took the wind out of me. Ugh.
Your injuries are grave.
We have bigger concerns. I overheard them before they found me. The King of Thieves was the one who ordered my father's execution. And now mine.
What does he want with you?
He knows I have knowledge about this cave of theirs. After killing my father, I am just a loose end. He also knows he will not have a moment's peace with me alive. Neither will I, as long as he lives. My father's blood is on my neck.
Then we must hunt him first.
No. I will not ask you for more. I have yet to pay you for your services.
I am not fond of leaving a task unfinished. We can talk payment after this is over.
I will go with you.
No. Let me go on ahead. Lay your father to rest, then look for me.
Wait. I found this amongst my father's things.
Iftah Yasimsim.
A watchword. It could be a key to what my father wanted to find. Their real hideout. The cave. Thank you, Hidden One. I will meet you there.
Cannot wait. Cannot wait.
Time to end your reign, King of Thieves.
Okay,
I will find you.
Go, Hidden One. I will find you once I regain strength.
I think I know where to call it. Once we get there anyways. First I need to restock though. Oh yeah, Jack, if you're still here, just curious, but I assume you saw the costumes, the third costumes for Street Fighter 6. Any of them get your interest, or probably just gonna pass on all of them? Assuming you don't care too much about it all. Because they are just costumes at the end of the day. Which I know a lot of people have been wanting. For me, I'll sort of whatever about. But I figured they were just taking their time making more costumes for everyone at once. All that. I'm gonna pass though, the costume guy. For sure, for sure. I'm pretty much just getting Jamie and Minone's third costume. Everyone else I'm pretty much good on myself.
Really?
But they all look good though.
Greetings.
Nice to see you.
Well, I'm not a fan of Ken's ultimates, but I'm also biased for that.
Let us see what you have got.
Take a look.
Maybe the new Lily comes because you don't like her current outfits?
These are
Fair
always
enough
handy.
there.
Yes, all right.
Motion color? 10 elixirs. Cool.
So, is that all for...
I must be...
So,
I was okay with Lily's default. Her ult didn't really get my interest personally, but that's probably also just me too. But that's it, I do get all the DLC outfits, because I do have the Ultimate Pass for Street Fighter 6 on PC. Console, I just have the Character Pass, which I'm good with for the time being. And at this point, like I said, I'm more excited for Ed if anything in comparison to the costumes.
Nice to see you.
I don't think I ever told you this, Check, but
Can you make this better?
legit, I actually had
Be
a
my
dream
guest.
that I tuned into a streamer's stream that was playing Street Fighter, that was watching Ed gameplay of Street Fighter 6. But then I was confused but excited. But now I realized it was, but then I woke up at 5 a.m. realizing it was a dream. After I was like, damn it.
Nothing else?
Thank you for sharing.
Farewell.
Oh yeah, speaking of that, I should probably visit a blacksmith actually. But yeah, I'm really just waiting for the costumes to come out so that way 100%, I 100% know. After the costumes come out,
Hello.
and what we're battle
Be
passing due
welcome,
for
sir.
December, we're gonna hear stuff about Ed finally, which
May
I
I
won't
see your
lie.
wares?
Here is what's
I've
in
never
stock.
been. It's been a while since I've actually been excited for a DLC character.
I have a gift with edges.
A really
I
long
know a thing
while.
or two about blades. Thank you. I can improve the blade. Need a finer point? Got what you needed.
But
I will see you later.
we're coming soon.
Farewell then.
So I guess thankfully I won't be in the same position as the Kuma players once Edge releases. But hopefully Akuma is like early or sometime in April, hopefully. Hopefully. Anyways, I think I'll just do one more story quest and then call it a stream. More likely than not. And then probably build up some Street Fighter 6 just to lab and all that. I see something's up there, so let me take care of that real quick.
ما الذي يجري؟ حسنا، علامة
What got into you?
But anyways, like I mentioned earlier, I'll probably be back on probably Friday with a Street Fighter 6 stream.
أفضل أن أنخرط في الأمر.
Go away.
Just so I can grind rank and get myself in the mood to play.
We are always on guard.
You! Stay there! What?
Now we continue on.
يلا يلا.
I don't think it really matters whether I follow the road or not at this point. But anyways, regardless of the costumes of Street Fighter 6 or what we like and dislike, the Jury and Marosa costumes are definitely going to be selling 100%. They're going to give Capcom such a big bag by the end of just this year for Street Fighter 6. Even though I assume the Avatar stuff has already done that too. Like with the TMNT collab, which I was not expecting at all. I wonder when our next big one will be. Since we got some collabs in Street Fighter 6 for the Avatar stuff already, but I think TMNT is like the biggest one that Capcom's had so far. If I'm correct. I do wonder what's next for collabs. Even though I'm probably not gonna buy any of the Avatar stuff. Still cool that it happens, and that there is an audience for them. Albeit one that definitely doesn't mind spending their money like that. But hey, they're making money. You can't complain, and I'm not gonna complain about that. At least it's not like buying. At the very least, it's not like I'm buying. Yeah. At the very least, I'm not buying a fatality for $12. I'll be glad about that. I think that even with the bundle, they're still fairly pricey for what it's worth. Oh shoot. Oh, what the? Ostrich, what the hell? Wow. Runs away from me after he gets one hit on me. Freaking birds. Hate them in Unite, and I hate them here. Aside from my ego, he's the homie.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's just run to the hideout since it's not too far from me at this point.
Back to where it all began. Be my eyes, Enkidu.
Didn't expect to be back here so quickly, but here we are. Here we are.
Cast your gaze, Enkidu.
Let me just carry this body to be in a not obvious position.
Let us get a wider view.
Took out the eyes from above at least.
Eyes open. Someone's up to something. Wait, just a...
I didn't like the fact that he used two knives for him.
Meet your god!
Oh. Oops. I'll save my elixir until I actually need it. For now though, let's do this.
افتح يا سمسم.
Oh wow, that actually worked.
That worked. Even the Banu Musa would be impressed. Now to find the King of Thieves.
Yep, let's do it.
God, I hate this place. Hey!
Took him out while they were sleeping. Oops, I did not mean to do that, but...
A man's life is not a loose end. The king of these thieves shall pay.
That they will.
Nothing. Right? Get up! Come on!
An elixir. Sick. What?
Daughters and the loyal pop ensnare us. What a waste of my time.
I see that you are no legend. You are just a man.
I'll hack you to bits!
That's it! Hear that crash!
There's nowhere to run! I've got you now! A dancing bomb! Ever watched as the skin blisters from pure fire?
Talk!
Okay. I messed up there, but that's on me. That's fine. This should not be hard at all. All things considered. Let's try this. Might have to start outside for a bit, but I'm willing to sacrifice that as long as the game's fine.
to where it all began.
Yeah, because it seems like they glitched for a bit, but
Survey the area, Enkidu.
not the biggest game deal breaker in the world.
About the races, you. Is he busy himself?
Oh wow, that's actually a lot more than I
Nothing can hide
expected.
from us, Enkidu.
Where did all these enemies come from?
You know, it wasn't Sajjad that led the charge in Mirage.
Get him out of here. Now we can do this.
Huh. What's this then?
Hold on.
Hey, what? Hey!
I'm going to squash you, spider.
Anyone comes for us, we'll get a nasty surprise. Wait, what?
There we go. Shit.
I'll keep an eye on it. Huh?
Come over here, will ya?
Hey!
nothing. Rouse yourself. Come on.
Now a door. It cannot be hard to find. That worked.
Okay, cool.
Even the
I was
Banu
gonna
Musa
say.
would be impressed. Now to find the King of Thieves.
This armor stinks.
Here we go.
A man's life is not a loose end. The king of these thieves shall pay.
If only the king would let us take a few swings.
You wish.
And it cost him no coin.
When you are us, most things come free.
Will you end your live? I must have overestimated the lot of you.
Hmm.
Faithless dogs. God will punish you.
Mhm. If I get behind now, this should be a lot easier for me.
God will punish you. I don't see anything.
Okay.
What was that? Huh? Who's throwing things?
You besmirch the name
There we
of
go.
kings and thieves.
There we go. That takes care of that.
I'm sorry, I took longer. He is...
Gone.
It was all just smoke and mirrors. Clever tricks, illusions. He had us all fooled.
Not for long.
The blood has been paid. I thought I would feel lighter.
Nah. That's what they always think.
Here, payment for your services.
What will you do now?
I will join a caravan to Samarkand. When my father was alive, we saw many cities and partook in the joys life had to offer. Now he's dead. I have nothing to stay for.
Your father's wish for you came true in the end.
That it did. But not at a cost I desired.
Eh,
But I will
true.
go this road alone and meet my father when it ends.
I wish you well, Murjana. I hope we find each other again someday.
You will find me, but I doubt I could find you, man of the shadow. Wada'an, hidden one.
True. Hey, yo, Poe. Welcome to the stream.
Goodbye, Murjana. May
Just
Allah
making some
light your
progress on
path.
Assassin's Creed Mirage at the moment. Hope your week's been well so far. Just finished up a major case with pretty much protecting a client and avenging her father. Chilling. Hope you've been doing well. It's been well, it's just the usual week after Thanksgiving, back to work and all that, but it's been good though, otherwise. You didn't realize I was following you? You weren't following me yet? All good, Bill. All good. Thank you for the follow though, nonetheless, though. Always appreciate it. But yeah. Not sure if you knew I did stream, which granted, I'll admit, I also don't really advertise myself streaming too much. Since, again, like, it would be nice to grow as a streamer, but at the same time, I really do this mainly just to chill and it's a hobby. Which, if I somehow get bigger, which I would be surprised, I wouldn't mind, but if I don't, no biggie. Since I just enjoy doing it at the end of the day. And in case you're wondering what I do, which I did stream Pokemon Unite for a bit earlier this year, but I haven't touched Unite since June because of Street Fighter 6. You live on my dashboard? Oh, gotcha. But yeah, I do stream. It's just like something I'm sort of more low-key about, but I still enjoy doing it whenever. I still enjoy doing it generally. Yeah, I haven't touched Night in ages. Understandable, which granted, the time I stopped. I'm glad I stopped when I did, just because it was pretty much the Mewtwo meta that was running amongst. Which I already had to deal with Zacian. I did not have the energy to deal with even more after that. So I'm glad I actually avoided that personally. Yeah, aside from like some multiplayer stuff, I do a decent amount of variety streams otherwise. Action games, RPGs, turn-based or action. Honestly, I do a decent, and then fighting games like Street Fighter 6. Sometimes I do Fall Guys too, but I do a decent variety in general. You might go back into it in the future, but you're gonna chill. Same here. Which granted, it's just for me, my case is more of the fact that I'm more on Street Fighter 6 at the moment versus Pokemon Unite, but I wouldn't be against going back to Pokemon Unite because the game is actually fun for me. It was just in a bad state. And that I was sort of just tired of dealing with for a good while. I heard things are mostly good now, but Well, aside from Mimikyu. But I heard it's in a better state at least now compared to before. She already stuff too. You go with my sleeper in the mornings. Anything. My sleeper can be fun. Simple and gets the job done. We mean to play more Unite? I'll go back to it eventually. I'll go back to it eventually at some point. Which granted. Oh yeah, and then I guess like when I was playing Unite pretty early on, as well as most of last year, that was sort of the time when I was sort of in my competitive phase, but a lot of it did sort of change when I got my new job that I'm still at currently. Can't wait to play with you. Likewise. What I like about it is that you can easily talk to chat while playing. That is true. Like a chill game. It's like, yeah, it's just easier to interact with. Like you're not dealing with sweaty people in a PvP kind of game, and you're not dealing with like you're not playing a game where you have to focus where there's a story you have to pay attention to, and then you can sometimes lose focus just because you're interacting with chat and such. So I get you there. It's one of the more chill games. You remember those days? So much changed then. Definitely. Wait, for Unite or? Oh wait, you two know each other? Wow, small world we live in.
Show me the path ahead.
Oh, okay, gotcha. But yeah, the times I did stream Unite, which honestly, well, back in the day, I wasn't streaming Unite just because I was limited to PlayStation Share Play initially. But I got a new gaming laptop, so and I ended up getting a new laptop. Not only did I get a new gaming laptop, I also got a capture card as well, so I was able to stream more than just Unite. Thankfully. Sick. But no, even despite some OP picks at times from Pokemon Unite back then, the game itself was still super fun. IMO. Especially with people you knew and all that.
Said to join us. Fierce warriors all.
Why didn't we be posted to the souk?
I better get back.
How's Mirage been so far, bye? Heard much about besides some trailers? So, I wouldn't say it's like a crazy game or anything like that, but for what it's worth with this game, personally.
This is the place.
So, I haven't played like every single Assassin's Creed game that exists, but I've played a good amount at this point. I pretty much grew attached to the ones where you were an assassin and all that. Which I heard Origins, Odyssey, and Valhalla were fun games to play. But for me, despite them being fun, I've always preferred the more like there were action RPGs that they started changing to, which I don't think they're bad or anything. But personally, I have been preferring these style of games where you're an agile assassin, and more so trying to figure out how you're going to go about assassinating your targets and such. And stuff in general, instead of being an RPG. Yeah, it pretty much just goes back to its roots.
Hey, what's going on?
of being of being an action. It goes back to its roots essentially, instead of being an action RPG, which I know some people probably enjoy them, but for me, the action RPG ones were always my favorite, or the action game ones were always my favorites, personally.
What see you, my friend?
This mechanic, I am grateful they did bring in over to have essentially like a drone to spot enemies, your targets, and all that. Which I find nice, personally. You've only played AC2? It's pretty similar to AC2 then in that case. Because most of the games in general are pretty similar. Or like its roots anyways. But like I said, I've always preferred this style of AC games in comparison to when it became an RPG.
I need your eyes, my friend.
Which I know I guess a reboot was sort of needed at some point, but for me personally, I just felt like they were just releasing too much constantly, when they just had to slow it down. But nonetheless, we finally got this, and I got it on sale for $40 too, and for me, I personally had a good time with it. Anyways, how do I get an environmental kill here? This game, well, it's not like my favorite game of the year, but like I said, for being a return to its roots for me, I'm personally pretty happy for it, and for the price I paid, I'll take it.
A bloody end to some bad happenings.
Okay, didn't get an environmental kill, but that's fine. New contracts available. Cool. But for real, I do think this game is, at the very least, a fun time. And we're checking it out if you're into this kind of thing with Assassin's Creed. This game's also not too long, so that's probably why the budget was smaller than usual, or why it wasn't priced at the usual $60, $70. But I think this game will be... it's worthwhile nonetheless. Anyway. Apparently there's more contracts for me to take. So let's go claim one or two.
سأكون مجد
Alright, finally got a new contract. I'm just accepting these contracts just because you can accept as many as you want.
Well
and
met.
tackle them whenever you feel like it.
Your skills could sure.
Here's what I have. Is that it?
Perhaps your skills could be a
Tickle.
But legit, I do think this game is worth checking out. If it is your kind of thing. No, I know to get this more range. Might check out in the future. There's other games you're looking forward to playing first, though. Hey, considering how many good games we got this year, there's so many games to play. It's hard to manage it all. But at that point, at the very least, the games will be around as long as they're not like a live service game that requires online to play and all that. Which, for free to play, that's one thing, but if it's something you have to pay for, then you start to get scammed, sadly. But yeah, there's so many good games to play. I wouldn't put this as a priority game to play in comparison to others you probably are interested in. But I think this game is at least worth checking out if you enjoyed at least any of the old school style Assassin's Creed games. And like I said, I also got this on sale too. Otherwise, I wouldn't be playing it right now. Even if it's not gonna be like my favorite game of the year, or my favorite Assassin's Creed, is sort of hard to say at the moment, but this game is fun though. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't having a good time with this. I'll flash out here just to make it easier for myself. I see that you've been playing a lot of Dragon Ball Fighters. Rollback beta is going on Steam now. True, that is finally there, which, man, took over a year for it to finally come, but at least it is here. And even if it is just a beta, still better than nothing, in my opinion. Which, and as long as the rollback itself is good, which, coming from Arc System Works, they know how to do good rollback, at the very least. At least it's not as far as the betas here. True. So I guess the one thing I'm curious about is the game still gonna be around for at least like another year or so? Because, like, I wouldn't be against it or anything, but just genuinely curious, considering they said they're like done with adding any new characters and such to the games. But they have been updating the game, surprisingly, balance patch wise. And having rollback would have been nicer sooner if they could have done it, but I guess these kind of things do take time. But hey, no hate to them though. Okay, that was a fail.
What's going on? Hold on! You're attacked!
Oops. Don't worry, I'm just passing through. Don't mind me. Let me just try to get out of here first. Probably not gonna be playing for too much longer, but gonna try to do some things at the very least. Anyways, imagine Dragon Ball Fighters gets announced right after. But you think it'll be good? It'll be around with rollback? But having it take this long definitely turned away a lot of people. Yeah. Which, that just really just comes to how timing. Even if you get announced something great, if it takes too long, then it's probably not gonna matter too much, sadly. Because people will lose interest. Which, I'm not saying it's like, saying the devs are just like, I guess the point was just really, you can have good announcements, but you also have to be able, you don't want to keep people waiting too long, I guess you want to strike while the iron's as hot as it can be, I guess. That's all I can really say. Like, on one hand, it sounds like they'll be a little more prepared to have rollback at least. In if they do a sequel. Which is a good thing, if you ask me.
والسمعة الحسنة. تعالوا وشاهدوا. لما أنا التاجرة الوحيدة التي ستحتاجون إليها على الإطلاق.
Like, being prepared for the future is always a good thing, but it also does suck that that the player base did have to wait long. And at that point, there's so many other games that people can be probably got into as well, so. But either way, better late than never, I guess. It would be funny if Dragon Ball Fighters 2 ends up getting announced right after. But I guess we'll see what they end up doing, because honestly, that was what I thought they probably would have been doing. Also, man, it's crazy to think about now. How Dragon Ball Fighters has been around since 2018, so come next year, it's gonna be essentially 6 years of Dragon Ball Fighters. But oh yeah, I guess another example with taking too long after announcements, which I can think of, and funny enough, they also involve Arc System Works. Pretty much Persona 4 Arena Ultimax and DNF Duel. Like, Persona 4 Arena Ultimax. So, the game launched without rollback initially in March of last year. But they did confirm rollback was going to be coming to the PS4 and Xbox, or PC version of the game. Which is probably what got people interested already. But unfortunately for a lot of people, but then it took like 6 months. I think it took nearly half a year for them to actually release rollback in Persona 4 Arena Ultimax. Even then, they sort of just released it suddenly during Evo of last year, which it did come at least. You forgot got rollback? I honestly wouldn't blame you, cause that shit dropped out of nowhere. Which hey, it's good that they finally got it, but the game itself was probably gonna be for a really niche audience regardless. Which, if you enjoy it, I ain't gonna ding you for it or make fun of you or anything. Oh yo, Madeline, with the raid as well. Damn, that's 3 raids today. Welcome to the stream, Madeline, and thank you for the raid. Hope the rest of your, I know you were pretty much chilling tonight after playing Street Fighter 6 for a bit, so hope it went well. we're just doing some side stuff at the moment. And probably gonna get started on one main story thing, possibly. But mostly just trying to chill. We're sort of just in the point where we're chilling as well. Hope the rest of your stream went well. Definitely did. Good to hear. I was planning to do Street Fighter 6 tonight, but sort of like you, I just ended up being in the mood to chill instead, but I'll probably get on Street Fighter 6 Friday. I wouldn't mind tomorrow, but tomorrow the game is going to be on maintenance, so I won't be able to do rank tomorrow. You could do the World Tour stuff if you want, or even some Fighting Ground stuff. You just wouldn't be able to play online, but yeah. And I also did want to make a little more progress in this game too. So, that's what we're pretty much doing for the time being. Is that an artifact for me to steal? I might as well check that out. Oh yeah, Poe, back to what we were talking about Persona 4 Arena Ultimax. Aside from it being shadow dropped at a place where people would be excited for the rollback being in Persona 4 Arena Ultimax finally, I'm hearing apparently the PC version of the game's rollback has the PC version of Ultimax actually has problems to where some online tourney TOs were actually switching to the console version instead with rollback. So that doesn't help either. Even though they did get rollback finally. And even then, it just wasn't enough to like get enough people back into the game, sadly. Which granted, I did see some people mention Persona 4 Arena Ultimax was more so meant for the die-hard fans versus getting new people in and such. Which, unfortunate, but that's also sort of true at the same time. All things considered. And then DNF Duel, which the game had terrible marketing at the start, unfortunately, which I love the game by the way, which does hurt me to say it. But legit, the publishers handled the game really poorly. Even though Arc System Works and 18 developed and created a great game out of it, unfortunately, too little too late. It took literally a year for them to finally make DLC for the game, or have like post-launch content in development and planned. Which, well, even though it's finally here, it does feel a little too late for DNF, sadly. Same for Fighters rollback is more for the fans. Yeah, like, I think for what it's worth, DNF does have cool stuff, but yeah, I don't really. It's hard to really get motivated for the game, especially when the publishers don't really communicate that well with us. Like, like at the very least with Dragon Ball FighterZ, even though you didn't have rollback for over a year, you still it still has a pretty big community to where players were still playing the game, despite not having rollback. I felt that was fine, at least for fighters. DNF Duel though, yeah, I pretty much was sold on the game after playing the first beta. And the second beta again too.
member is near. Another shard.
God have mercy! Where are the Sorta?
Go in peace.
It's been completely forgot about it since I never got any updates. Yeah, it took, well, we got like a like a grand balance patch, or we got one minor balance patch after 3 or 4 months, and then we got like, a big one that buffed everyone after a year, after like near the end of last year. But yeah, at that point, the community, it was just, like, the only thing that was really keeping it somewhat relevant was the fact that the Arc World Tour last year did have DNF Duel on it. So some players like Goichi pretty much, well, he's a great player, don't get me wrong. So I'm not gonna say like he was like feeding on free money or anything, but he essentially was feeding on the free money from the DNF Duel. He's a good player. He's a really good player too. Like, I think of the pros, he stuck with it the most for the World Tour. But a lot of other players, it was really just a side game and such. For me, it was actually sort of a main game because I actually enjoyed it. I enjoyed it more than Guilty Gear Strive, personally. But I was still trying to manage both Guilty Gear and DNF initially, but at some point I just realized Guilty Gear Strive probably, between the two, I was just having a lot more fun with DNF, which I did have a Street Fighter background prior, so grounded like fights were always going to be more of my, more aligned with what I enjoy. Even though even though Guilty Gear Strive was a fun game for me to play for a bit. But then, after I played the Street Fighter 6 closed beta and tried going back to DNF, well, not having a big player base and not enjoying Strive, this is actually what got me to play Street Fighter 5 again. Especially after playing the Street Fighter 6 closed beta. And needless to say, I'm actually glad I did that because I had a lot more fun playing Street Fighter 5 again after dropping it a few years prior. Compared to when I was trying to play DNF Duel and Guilty Gear Strive earlier this year. I did DNF Duel. I think the final nail in the coffin for me personally was the fact that, so, oh shoot, my bad. But anyways, I think the final nail in the coffin for me with DNF, at least at the time, back at that moment, was really the fact that after the Arc World Tour concluded for both DNF and Guilty Gear Strive, they did do the announcements. They did announce stuff for DNF, like mainly their future DLC character and other plans for balance patches and such, or what they were planning to add to the game and all that. Which, on one hand, it was good because of the fact that we got announcements and something. But here's the issue. This was like around early March around. And they announced the dates for stuff, and they said summer of this year. I'm just like, which, on one hand, some people were excited for the fact that DNF was finally getting something new. But on the other hand, oh yeah, and then here's another thing with DNF, with the DLC specifically, with Spectre alone. They announced Spectre and the Season Pass around this time of the year, actually, last year. They announced it then, and then 3 months later, they announced that we were going to get Spectre sometime in the summer of this year. Which at that point, I know, like, I think there are some people that are still excited and all that, which I don't blame them, and I'm not saying they're wrong for feeling that way or anything. Personally, for me though, I was pretty disappointed because the fact that we had to wait. I was supporting the game since since the betas, actually, and enjoying it. And even when people were making fun of it being DNF dead and all that, I was still playing it because, like I said, it was my favorite fighting game at the time in comparison to Guilty Gear Strive. And I wish I could support. I wish I could have supported it more, been more willing to support it more. But yeah, the gaps that I had to deal with, and then me and others had to deal with, and then just not being in the know on when things were coming. And even when they finally gave a release date for Spectre, the way they announced Spectre was just so weird. Where they announced that on something from IGN, which doesn't really inspire confidence for me personally.
No! Away from Help! Direction!
Kappas! Spread that way! Go!
Yeah, lack of transparency really hurts.
Think you can escape justice, fool. Hey, I'm sure it was a Your own mother won't recognize what's left of you.
Yeah, at this point, like when they were like hyping up Spectre in the weirdest way possible.
Every one of the city gates.
Personally, I was away. Yeah, personally, at that point, this was around the time Street Fighter 6 was already out, so at that point, I was more focused on Street Fighter 6 versus DNF Duel. So it was very much too little, too late for me there. I'll give them with at least for the DLC. They didn't really charge. They only charged $20 for the whole season pass, so thankfully nothing really. It wasn't that expensive.
You there! What's your problem? Back! What with you?
Hey!
But like I said, the damage was sort of done, and I know like one of the bigger DNF Duel streamers, at that point, a lot of people pretty much started moving on from DNF Duel, except for I only know one friend, one streamer that I'm pretty chill with that's been supporting DNF Duel, but unfortunately in my case it's just I'm sort of just for the time being I'm done with DNF. I might go back to it to try like one DLC character. But I've definitely put in the time to at least play the game and such. Oh yeah, and I also gifted D1 the game too. But we never got to play it, unfortunately, because I was on consoles initially, and the timing just didn't work for me to play. But at the same time, we both sort of just lost motivation to even want to play the game with the state it was in and such. But like I said, this is probably my favorite fighting game in a good while. In fact, also DNF Duel was also what got me motivated to compete again as well. Back when I started, and this was around the phase where I was just enjoying playing fighting games. I wasn't trying to like really get good to where I can compete in events and such.
Hold on.
But now that's no longer the case. Unfortunately.
No one's jumping me. No one is going to take us. What was that? Wrong. I don't like it. Only an idiot can stand and fight us. Hey, what's wrong?
like something is going on. You'd have to be mad to take us on. Now, you bang! What just happened? Careful. Might be back.
Okay. But yeah, at the moment with the enough, there's really only one character I really want to try for a bit. But otherwise, I'm probably just gonna focus. I'm really just focused on Street Fighter 6 for the time being. I might try out Grand Blue Fantasy versus Rising, or I might try to get into Grand Blue Fantasy versus Rising. No guarantees, but between those two,
Ah, I see our new Abbasiya bureau is
between the
well
other games
guarded by an
releasing,
alert
Grand Blue
and
Fantasy versus
active
Rising would probably be
Rafiq.
the only other one I'd
Basim,
care to get into.
you startled me. I was just enjoying
Anyways,
some poetry.
the heck are these
Oh.
NPCs doing?
Who's?
No
The
idea.
court poet, Sayyida Arib.
Super,
Her words chirp like
super
the
hyper
bars
rising.
of paradise.
Same here. Like,
Yes.
not as
I have
excited
read her works.
for it to
My
like
friend
get into
Nihal
it
and
like
I
a lot of
used to
others,
sneak
but
into the House of
I
Wisdom
have
when
been
we
wanting
were
to
young.
give it a chance at
Hours we
least,
spent
because I
reading
enjoyed
of
it when I
gods
played
and jinn.
the original game
I
years
always
ago,
enjoyed this place.
when it was only in beta.
The House of Wisdom
But I never got the
is not
chance
what
to
it once
because
was.
COVID and all that,
Is not our
and not
friend
to mention
Ahmed
no
ibn
rollback
Musa
also
there?
hurts.
He went to his
But
workshop, as I recall.
now it's getting
Yes,
rollback
I
and
sent a message for him
crossplay,
to come and help set up this bureau, but he never replied.
so I'm excited for it
My
too.
spies could not contact him. A week has passed, and he cannot be found.
So, one of the famous Banu Musa is missing in the House of Wisdom.
Yes. Venture there and learn his fate.
It shall be done.
You wish there was more space? Same. Which, granted, I guess in my case, like I said, Street Fighter 6 is more of my focus, so so I'm not like trying to spread myself too thin, think personally. But there is a lot releasing to where it's gonna be hard to manage for sure. Yeah, in January especially. Like I'm like between Eunice and Tekken 8, I feel more inclined to get Tekken 8, but I'm probably gonna do that down the line if anything. Cause I'm pretty sure around that time Ed's actually gonna release in Street Fighter 6. And he's the one I actually want to use the most when he becomes DLC. And then not to mention, that's just the fighting games too. Because there are so many other games releasing in February. Like, I mean, Grand Blue Fantasy Relink at the end of at the start of February is one thing. Then you got Persona 3 Reloaded the next day. And then Final Fantasy VII Rebirth at the end of the year, at end of February. Alright, there's the new Yakuza game at the end of January too. Under Night fans will buy Under Night 2, but you hide that will get any new fans with Tekken 8 being right there. Agree 100%. Like, between the two, more people definitely know about Tekken compared to Eunice. It is good that Eunice is back though. It is good it's back, and with rollback. I think what will also hurt Eunice, aside from not being as big of a name like Tekken, is also the fact that the game's not gonna have well, it has rollback, which is good, but in 2023 onwards, I think most fighting game devs got the message of having good rollback at this point. But now, aside from good rollback, Now we need crossplay as well. Because the fighting game genre is already fairly niche. Even like to where even if we're playing on the most popular platforms or games, then it does hurt when you seclude some to one system or another, which like Street Fighter 6 has crossplay and it's doing wonders for it. Tekken 8's gonna have crossplay. They didn't have the budget I saw, which yeah, that is also something that sucks since it depends on the publishers at that point. But whether they allow crossplay or not, or they want to fund it or not. Which, on one hand, I can sort of get. On the other hand, it also sucks. Because a game like Eunice definitely needs crossplay. Or hell, you can also look at Mortal Kombat too, which that game is fairly popular, but that game is rushed to hell, not having so many features. Like, no Wi-Fi filters, no functioning lobbies. And worst of all, and then no crossplay as well. You think Arc System would be more open to fun crossplay for Uni? I guess that's the weird thing, because I know Guilty Gear Strive, obviously that has crossplay, but dear enough, they pretty much chose not to. Which, I don't know the specifics, like, maybe it could cost a bit to make it work? Not to mention Guilty Gear Strive, it does have crossplay. It also has the Hacker Man issue. Which I think crossplay actually made it easier for Hacker Man to get into people's games and make it hard for people he targets to play or practice the game. And the issue of Mortal Kombat is fairly mainstream compared to most of the competitors. So I'll give him that. But even so, it is sort of embarrassing for it to be that big and having to release stuff later on. And then that's just like on top of that does not even talk about the other issues that makes Mortal Kombat feel like a rushed game. Which I'm hearing people say that they like some pros at the very least. They acknowledge they like Mortal Kombat's gameplay over Street Fighter 6, which Mortal Kombat's never really been my kind of game to play, but I did look at what it does, and for what it's worth, I think what they're doing is pretty cool. With the cameo system and all that. But lacking a lot of features that Street Fighter 6 has will hurt it for a bit. I wonder if I can get anything from there. Never been a fan of MK gameplay either. Yeah, same here. Which, yeah, I don't think it's a bad game. Which, oh yeah, that's another thing. I didn't even really feel it through Mortal Kombat specifically. I felt it more through Injustice, which, obviously, it's another NetherRealm game. Which, that one sort of disappointed me, because I like DC characters, so when I was seeing a DC fighting game, I was excited. But then I played it, which I had fun with friends, but the more I played it, the more I was just thinking, I actually don't really like how this game plays. Like watching tournaments here, but you never played one. I can watch them sometimes, but a lot of the times it just doesn't really get my interest as much personally. Yeah, that's also why I pretty much never really got into it personally. And why, even when the new one's announced, I just usually pay no mind and end up doing other things instead. All good in that they at least got their game at this time around, since I know they have been wanting a new game for a while. How did I get into here, though? But yeah. But regardless, though, it is a good time to be into fighting games considering how many we are getting for the next couple of months, as well as the post-launch for the games. Am I looking forward to Ed? Okay, Poe. Just to let you know how excited I am for Ed. He was someone I played in Street Fighter 5, and even though like he wasn't like my complete main, he was the only other character I actually had a good time playing. So the moment he was confirmed as DLC, I was just thinking, I know a lot of people. I know some friends that were excited for Rashid. Some people were interested in Aki because the new character, and then I know a lot of people are really looking forward to Akuma. Personally, though, Ed was pretty much my favorite, the one I was looking forward to the most, alongside for a few others as well. But the funniest story, sometime last week, when I was sleeping, I had a dream that I tuned into an FGC content creator's stream, and for some reason he was analyzing Ed's gameplay in Street Fighter 6, and I was just so confused, but I was thinking, wait, he's out? Or there's footage out? Which I was confused but excited. So I tried searching it up in my dream, only to wake up at 5 a.m. into the morning realizing it was just a dream. I was like, God damn it. And I went back to sleep after. But yes, I am very excited for Ed. He's someone to the point where I don't know about well, I still need to see how he plays before I decide whether I want to use him in tourneys or not. But I am going to try to work to where I do want to I'm definitely going to put in time into it at least to learn him and all that. I do plan to do it at the very least. You're playing Street Fighter 5 how interesting they made all the characters looking forward to how they implement them in 6. Same. That really hit me after we saw how Rashid turned out in Street Fighter 6 from 5. He was already fairly crazy in Street Fighter 5 already, but they really upped them in Street Fighter 6. To where I was just like, dude, if this is what they did with Rashid, what are they going to do with Ed? He's the closest you'll get to a boxer and you really want a boxer? Yeah, that is true. Boxer with psycho powers this time around. In your case. The interesting thing about Ed was, another interesting thing is the fact that he was also a motionless character initially. Well, he pretty much was mainly button inputs and all that. But obviously they're gonna have to change it up for him in Street Fighter 6. Rashid is so cool in 6? 100%. I despise fighting Rashid in Street Fighter 5. Street Fighter 6, I don't find him too much of a struggle at the moment. But I do think he's really cool to watch in comparison to most of the cast.
What do you see, Enkidu?
A lot more, He's actually really cool to watch. I actually genuinely like it when I see Rashid play. Will say anyone can make Ed watching Ed super fun. 100%. That's another thing that got me interested in playing Ed again, and yeah. I enjoyed him already when I played him the first time, but playing him again in Street Fighter 6 made me enjoy it even more personally. Or playing Ed again after watching Anthony Walker and knowing he's gonna be in Street Fighter 6 got me even more excited, so yeah. But like I said, I don't know exactly how I'm going to go about it, but I do want it to be a point where I can co-main Ed and Rashid, Ed and Ken at the very least. That's something I do want to try at the very least. UFA finals last weekend? Most of it. But that was a dope event. That was a dope event. Andy Walker almost won it again, but good stuff to Mr. Crimson for taking it though. A lot of good sets in general. Valmaster. It's unfortunate Kakeru had to DQ because he wasn't feeling too well. But yeah, Mr. Crimson, Andy Walker, Valmaster, Problem X, and a count load of talented players at UFA made the events well worth watching. But all in all, definitely cannot wait for more too. The chance that you're going to attend UFA Sally plans didn't go through. Oof, that's unfortunate. But hey, there will be next year at least though, and hopefully other events near your area. Which that's also something I have also been trying to do myself. Going to a few more offline stuff near me, as well as supporting the one FGC major that is in my state with festival fights. But yeah, either way, definitely one of the best times to get into fighting games now. Although that's mainly just for Smash and Tekken. That's unfortunate. Hopefully more will expand though, in due time. Anyways though, I think I'll call it a stream here most likely. Really wasn't planning to do too much today, but I did go for a little longer than I thought I would, but hey, this game is also fun. Whether I do the main story, or do other side stuff while chilling. So I honestly don't mind, personally. Yeah, so I'll be back on Friday, most likely, and unlike today, I will actually do a Street Fighter 6 stream though, because like I said, I do have an online tournament on Saturday that I do plan to stream. Not sure how big it'll be at the end of it, but I do, and I have been practicing as well. We should play Street Fighter 6 soon? I'm always down. My CFN is pretty much just Exia, which you'll see if I can from Celestial Beats. From CFN, but we can always communicate it elsewhere, like in Discord and such. Look at that YouTube, Poe and Malin. But yeah, so schedule for the rest of the week. Friday should be Street Fighter 6. Saturday, the tournament itself. And maybe I'll do an Assassin's Creed Mirage stream later in the day on Saturday after the tournament, but I'll see how I feel. Anyways, I see Freakmaster's on again, and he's really the only one. So, and he's actually playing Street Fighter 6 as well, so let me rate him. Let me rate him, since we've been on the talk with Street Fighter and fighting games in general. Yeah, and he's just doing rank to try to get closer to Masters. Which, he is halfway there. But he'll get there in due time. But anyways, regardless, for everyone that stopped by, thank you for watching, and I'll see y'all next time. Till then, take care everyone, and have a good night.